So firstly, the post-mortem changes of muscle into meat occur after the death of the animal, which is usually by slaughtering process. A complex physical and chemical changes involved in the conversion of muscle of meat into meat, which will also affect the quality of the meat. And almost all attributes of the meat are developed during the 24 hours to 48 hours of the postmortem, and the animal is usually slaughtered by the stunning method, and which after stunning, the bleeding of the animal is allowed by cutting the jugular vein and the carotid artery. And after stunning, the animal undergo dressing process, which is to separate the edible portion from inedible portion. And after dressing process, the animal undergo conditioning or aging process, which is a holding of unprocessed meat above the freezing point to tenderize the meat and to develop a flavor.
When blood circulation is being cut off during slaughter, oxygen supply is also being cut off. So the aerobic glycolysis will turn into anaerobic glycolysis. And in the living muscle, energy is stored as glycogen, which then will convert it into glucose, then pyruvate and lactic acid to form energy. Pyruvate is produced from glucose breakdown, and if aerobic condition is available, then pyruvate is converted into acetyl-CoA, which then converted into mitochondria and ATP energy. But after the death of the animal, it is anaerobic condition or no oxygen, where pyruvate converted into lactic acids, which then it moves into liver and process energy ATP. This is the aerobic glycolysis, or known as Krebs cycles, which converted the glycogen into glucose, then pyruvate to form the energy. So with the presence of oxygens, the aerobic oxidations in mitochondria produce 32 ATP energy.
Hello, so my name is Nur Ain Balqis, and we will continue about the anaerobic glycolysis and also its relation to the pH of the meat.
So, anaerobic glycolysis. It is when pyruvate will be changed to become lactic acid. So, lactic acid is what influences the pH of the meat. As lactic acid accumulates in the muscle, pH will be decreased until it reaches a certain ultimate pH. So, ultimate pH is the lowest pH reached in muscle postmortem. So, ultimate pH, it depends on the amount of glycogen stored in the muscle during slaughtering. So, normal condition, it has pH of 7 to 7.2, but it can go to pH 5.5 to 5.7, depends on the lactic acid accumulate. At the same time, the muscle lost their soft pliable nature, where it can go to become stiff, rigid, and also inflexible of the muscle. Why? Because it was due to the rigor mortis, where it is a stiffness of muscle after slaughter due to the muscle contraction.
Next, I will talk about influence of glycogen. Number one is normal conditions, which is animals are relaxed for less than 24 hours. Before death, optimal glycogen is found in the muscle. Optimal glycogen can be converted to lactic acid. After death, optimal glycogen can be transformed into optimum amount of lactic acid. Ultimate pH is between 5.5 to 5.7. It will make a good quality of meat and make the meat bright red in color.
Now, I will be talking about what happens to the meat if the animals being stressed. If the animals being stressed before slaughter, glycogen will be depleted, which means the glycogen levels is reduced, leads to the low conversion to lactic acid. The ultimate pH will be higher than normal, in example, more than 6.0. High ultimate pH means the water is tightly bound to the protein, oxygen absorption is low, results to the dark and dry meat in appearance. In short, if the animals being sliced before slaughter, this will result to the dark, firm, dry, and dark cutting beef.
The third influence of glycogen is animal relax for more than 24 hours, especially pig. Before death, maximum glycogen was found in the muscle, but after death, glycogen is also high and it will contribute to the formation of high lactic acid. The pH will be lower than the normal, which is 5.4, and it results to pale, soft, and exudative meat. Due to the lower ultimate pH, water is loosely bound to the protein, so the meat will appear as watery and exudative before cooking.